Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 5 best star powers and gadgets in the game right now. I think a few of them have pretty much changed, so I'd like to update this list. Of course, I like to do it every single season. So we're going to be starting off with the best star powers in the game right now, starting off with Monkey Business. So this is Miko's star power, which is used in 3v3. His other star power is better in Showdown, but this one is actually one of the best star powers in the game. So every 5 seconds, there's a bar that's filled up, and if you land on top of an opponent, you actually steal one of their ammo and you gain an ammo yourself. So this is self-explanatory, right? But the reason why it's so good is because it allows him to get 4 jumps off onto an opponent. So that allows him, of course, to increase his DPS, and we all know Miko has a really slow reload speed, so getting that extra shot is so vital. I can't stress enough. So this is why this star power is so incredibly strong, because I think it takes Miko from like a C, B tier brawler to near enough the S tier because of how strong this star power is. Enables to win so many matchups, and of course stealing an opponent's ammo as well makes them a lot weaker, so you can take them down easier as well. I just love this star power. So next up on the best star powers list, we have Fresh Kicks, and again, it is a Fang meta, and the main reason why Fang is meta most of the time is because of his Fresh Kick star power. So if you're unsure on what it does, whenever you get a kill with Fang's super, it gives you another super. So why is that good, you ask? Because you can just spam out supers relentlessly. Sometimes you might not even know when someone's weak, but if you connect onto them and kill them, you have another super. Then you could just keep spamming the super button and just keep chaining onto your opponents. And the reason why it's even better now is because of Hypercharge. It gives you a 20% damage boost, so that gives you a 20% super damage boost as well, making it a lot easier to get kills with your Fresh Kick star power, so making it easier to get team wipes. It's just crazy how strong Fang is at the moment, and it's all thanks to this Fresh Kick star power. So next up on the best star powers list, we've got a really underrated one here, but I think it's a Gale star power, Freezing Snow. So the more I've tried Gale after months and months with every single meta, I just can't believe how undervalued this star power is. It's so incredibly strong. So the main reason why it's good is because it's literally built into his main attack. It's slow into his main attack. I don't think there's really another brawler in the game quite like that. Normally it's with a gadget or something like that, but it's built into his kit overall just with his main attack. It's so strong in 3v3 modes. If you can get a good pinch with your teammate, of course slowing down the opponents, a good pinch with like a heavy sharpshooter like Piper, and you can quickly delete a lot of brawlers if you continuously keep up the pressure with Gale. I just love this star power, so strong, especially on open maps as well. You can hardly ever let a tank creep up to you. Like already you counter them enough with the pushback and whatever else, but just slowing them down in their tracks, especially with Hypercharge now, with all of these big stat boosts and speed boosts, you know, with a Jackie, with a Bull, etc. At least Freezing Snow allows you to stop them in their tracks a little bit, so they get less value out of their Hypercharge. So next up on the best star power list, I went with Mushroom Kingdom with Cordelius. So I love this star power. The main reason being is because it allows you again to win so many different matchups. So you can just use your super in so many different ways. Super versatile. But the way I like to use it a lot of times, if I'm weak and there's a brawler, I don't know, behind a wall, I'll just super them, and I'll know that there'll be some mushrooms that will heal me up close by. I can just heal up really fast, and then by the time my super is ended, I'm back at full HP. Or even if I'm full HP, I can just collect the mushrooms and just tank so much damage because it's consistently healing me up passively, which is just such a strong attribute, especially in a 1v1. I just love it. And again, if you're able to cycle through supers quickly, you're able to get a lot of healing. It just makes for such aggressive plays, and I think it's one of the main reasons why Cordelius is so meta right now. So next up on the best star power list, we have Boosted Booster with 8-bit. So if you don't know what this star power does, it boosts the extra damage by an extra 15% with that turret. But not only that, a really good thing about it as well, boosts the range by 50%. So this star power used to always be a meme, and then not only till about 6 months ago, everyone's just started using it because you and your teammates just absolutely shred through everybody. So if I haven't stressed enough, damage is the name of the game at the moment with so many shields, with hypercharges, etc. This 8-bit star power can just help shred through those high HP and high boosted brawlers. And the reason why I love it as well As I mentioned, you know, on some maps, you can easily just put your turret in a space where you and your teammate can take advantage of it. And two teammates bursting down people, it's just really hard to push into. So that's why I love this star power, and I always will. Now we're moving on to the best 5 gadgets in the game right now, starting off with Disengage with Maisie. So everybody knows by now that Maisie is one of the best brawlers in the game right now. And I think a main reason is because of his Disengage gadget. So if you're unsure on why it's good, of course, fundamentally it's really good because any type of mobility is good in Brawl Stars. The short dash can be pretty good, and it has a 0.5 second stun as well, so any type of stun is really powerful in Brawl Stars, but it's because of the combination with the super. So what you can do, a lot of the players will tap their super, then quickly gadget, and you're able to catch people by surprise and cycle your super. And of course, the reason why it's so strong, because you pair it with hypercharge, super, and gadget combination. Those 3 things combined just equals death. You're able to just destroy people with the amount of damage the hypercharge super does, and you're able to cycle through super so quickly. So that's why as well I use the gadget charge gear always on Maisie, because you need that 4th dash. It's just essentially kind of like how other brawlers in the past, like Surge, etc., needed this gadget to actually do anything. And I think it's the same with Maisie, because without this gadget, I think she's a sitting duck. So next up on the best gadgets list, I went with Charlie's first gadget called Spiders. So this gadget was heavily nerfed by 1000 HP per spider last balance changes, but I don't think that did anything. Still in this meta, Spiders gadget has just been well, not really carrying Charlie, but being such an annoying thing to face off against, especially with so many like Fangs, Maisies in the meta. These spiders help tank so many of their shots, and you could just quickly overwhelm the opponents, just like you do with Tara's shadows. You're able to spam out a couple of spiders, and you're able just to walk all over your lane, get into a good position, and just start from there. That's why, again, I always use the extra gadget charge gear on Charlie, because you're just able to click the green button and win your lane. It's just absolutely insane. It still probably needs a nerf, and I think without it, Charlie is a lot weaker and a lot more vulnerable. So you definitely need this gadget with Charlie. So now we're moving on to the best gadget in the game right now. If it's not nerfed before this video, it has to be the cardboard box gadget with Kit. So this gadget is just dumb broken. The fact that you essentially get Leon's super for free with a click of a green button, I don't know how this was allowed in the game. It's just absolutely insane. Leon's super lasts 6 seconds, this lasts 5 seconds, and of course you get an additional boost to your super charge rate as well. It charges really fast when you're stationary, but that's not why I use this gadget. I guess the developers probably thought that you just sit still with this gadget to get a faster super. No, that's not the case. You just want to sneak up to the opponents. Of course, invisibility is just so insanely OP anyways, and you're just able to, I don't know, be Leon at the click of a button. What more else do I need to say? It's just insanely broken, and you must get this gadget. So next up on the best gadget list, we have Gotcha with Colette. So you guys know I'll always vouch for this gadget, because I think it just allows you to make so many more plays. So what this gadget does, for 5 seconds, it heals you for 80% of the damage dealt. So the reason why I love this gadget so much, because a good Colette can always stay to maximum HP. So for example, you could easily just super onto the safe or just an opponent, and then as soon as you get weak, you could easily just shoot maybe another opponent who is maximum HP and just steal all of their HP, make them weak as well, and it's just literally a win-win. You're making the opponents weak, and you're making yourself even stronger with more healing. I just love it for survivability, and a lot of times I use the gadget charge gear on Colette, and that's when I know a gadget is strong, right? When I always want to use that gear on that brawler. It just pairs really well with mass attacks as well. Any type of healing paired with any type of shield, you know, whether it be a gadget or a super or something like that, it just makes it even harder to kill them. So of course, it just makes Colette this survivability machine. Moving on to the final gadget in this list, we have Overcooked with Pearl. So it might not seem like the most extravagant gadget, but an extra 33% damage over 3 seconds is really strong, especially if you fully heat up with Pearl. There's nothing more menacing to me than that, because it just deals insane amounts of damage, especially if you're like a mid HP brawler that will pretty much one-shot you. You're just forced to go all the way back into spawn because you're so incredibly weak. and it's the main reason as well why I love Pearl in Knockout and Bounty, because the killing power with this brawler is insane. Of course, you don't use this gadget when you're literally at the beginning of your heat because you'll deal no damage, so making sure you get that combination right will be the key to your success, and that's why I think it's one of the best gadgets in the game, even since the nerf. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know whether I missed out on any star powers or gadgets. I think there's been some changes in the list, but overall, of course, I'm going to leave out some gadgets and star powers that have always been on the list. You know, for example, like Otis and the Chester star power. I don't even know what they're called anymore, but you pretty much have to use them every single time. But these ones are pretty new ones, and I think you definitely need to buy all of them. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.